Okay, sorry about that. My reception ain't that great here. So we'll get back into it. So number 1 of the 9 steps to activating your wealth is to embrace your body right now. So the point I made in the last video where I brought up an obese person, an obese individual, there are traumatic experiences that they have most definitely endeavored. Okay. Another thing, I can touch on that later. So as a result, their body is storing trauma. As a result, they find ways to coping mechanisms. It could be eating, but let me just actually say this. There are quite a few individuals that are obese on this planet, and it's not necessarily because they are overeating. There is a hormonal dysfunction. And when there is a hormonal dysfunction, you're unable to assimilate foods and digest foods properly, metabolize foods properly, and all of these things. So it's very hard for you to burn excessive weight off, as quick as maybe I would or you would. So it's not all the time that an obese person is actually eating a lot. It's just that when they are eating, they're unable to metabolize properly, and also that they're eating the wrong foods. Obviously, let's not get that misconstrued. Okay, so I want people to understand that eating alkaline foods is not going to change much if you are not on a certain frequency in terms of your mental perception, in terms of your perception of yourself and the way you view the world. You really do need to get into that space of understanding who you are and your why. Your why is everything. So what I just recorded a few videos for my private page for the sisters. Yes, I think it's only sisters that are going to be a part of the membership, because I'm seeing mainly sisters at the moment. And one of the things that I was encouraging them in the video was, you need to know your why. Why are you embarking on this journey to healing yourself? What is your reasoning? Is it because you heard Matulu speak about it? Because if that's the case, that's a cap. That's nonsense. Is it because of whoever else that you consider to be an inspiration virtually or in real time? Because if that's the case, that's weak. It needs to be your own. It needs to come from you, because when you are having those days that are challenging, which you will have those days that are challenging, when you want to kick somebody down the stairs, what are you going to do then? What if Matulu's not online? What if her page has been dismantled? What if someone else's page has been dismantled, or you're unable to call whoever is that person that gives you those internal showers, that gives you that boost of encouragement? What are you going to do? You need to rely on yourself. And that is why I keep saying to individuals that communicate with me on a one-to-one tip or in a group tip that your healing is your responsibility. Nobody's coming to save you. And just swallowing fruits and vegetables is not enough. We need to get into the real spiritual underground. Who am I? Why am I doing this? Because when you write that down in your assigned personal journal, preferably, when you're having those challenging days, you need to fall back on that. You need to open those pages and remind yourself, because the human mind is always looking for excuses, and we are very forgetful as human beings. We've got a lot going on in our lives. We've got children, you've got distractions from left, right, and center. So you need to be able to write down your why and go back to that whenever you're having those challenging days, so that you can fortify your spirit and keep you on a certain kind of frequency. Now, there are going to be days when you look in your journal where you've written down your why as to why you're embarking on your self-healing journey, and it's going to be challenging. You're not just going to look at the words and be like, okay, all right, I'm back. No, it may not just work like that for you, So I would encourage you to use other modalities to support you in growing. So this is what we're talking about here for those of you that are joining in. We're talking about activating your wealth. I did a Zoom on Tuesday for a group of people, and it was really dope. I put together a presentation I was very organized. We thank God, because I'm a Sagittarius, and that's not something that we like to really do. We do anyway. I'm oversharing. It's okay. That's not why we're here. So, I put together a presentation, like I said, and it was based on just the emotional instabilities that many of us are dealing with when we're coming into that space of knowing ourselves and we're trying our best to change, basically. You know, being human it's not easy. So I did a great deal at just sharing information on how we can have a better human experience, how we can build a relationship with ourselves, most importantly, so that we can be better citizens to planet Earth. So, like I said, number one was to embrace your body where you're at. Now, going back to the obese thing, we kind of touched on that. But what I wanted to say is that if you're an overweight person, embrace where you're at. Just still find love within yourself. But what is really going to propel you to that next level is actually being... Love is a verb, okay? Love is a verb. It's a verb, meaning it is what we call affirmative action. So you can say you love yourself all day, but what are you actually doing to show and prove to yourself, not to anyone else? What are you actually doing to prove to yourself that you love yourself? What did you do for yourself today, sister that's overweight, brother that's overweight? What are we doing today? Are we drinking our water? Are we going for walks? Did we eat something that you know is good for you? Like, we need to be actively loving ourselves, not just looking in the mirror and you're looking at your fupa and you're looking at, you know, how overweight you are and just being like, okay, I love myself. That's just not it. Yes, I need you to speak to yourself, because I need you to get into that vibrational space of where you speak to yourself with respect. You need to respect yourself, most definitely. You need to show yourself love and use your words, because they're very powerful. But again, the most powerful thing is affirmative action. So what are we doing today? How am I loving myself today? Not just telling myself that. How am I actually loving on myself? Okay, so embrace your body right now by being in the space of affirmative action and speaking to yourself in a high vibrational manner. Find the beauty in that. There is beauty in that. It's going to be challenging at first if you're not used to speaking to yourself from a high vibrational point or view, and your perspectives are warped because of the experiences that happened to you. Because you remember I said to you, there's nothing wrong with you, my lovelies. Something happened to you. It could have happened to you in your mother's womb. It could have happened to you when you came out of your mother's womb. It happened to you. It happened to you in nursery. It happened to you at home. It happened to you in the schooling system. It happened to you at college. It happened to you at work. It happened to you when you gave birth. Something happened to you. This is why now your frequency is off balance. So what we're doing is we're using various modalities, healing modalities, to assist us on our journey to correcting the imbalances within. The foundational principles is obviously nutrition, no doubt, but then we've got to do some other shit. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna get into that. I trust that you're feeling well. Number 2, exercise your mind, body, and soul. Exercising your mind, let's tap into that. Reading. Don't just watch content and take it as gospel or literal. You know, don't take nothing that you hear as don't do face value. Go and do your research. Go and do your research. Do not rely on individuals like myself to give you insights. You can definitely come and we can, occasionally chop it up, but don't rely on me. I'm a mother. I've been a mother for nearly 18 years. I have an 18-year-old son. He's bigger than me. He's taller than me. I have an 18-year-old son. Okay, I've been a mother all my life. That's all I know. So when I'm speaking to you, like, this is how I speak to my son. This is how I speak to my 6-year-old. I'm very thorough. I'm not here. I let my children know from now, don't rely on me for anything. I want you to be self-sufficient. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to know who you are, not who I want you to be or what I tell you I think you are. I want you to know who you are. And I want you to move with them. I want you to be confident. And you can only do that by being affirmative in your action. You can only do that. I tell my son, I've been putting books in front of my son since he was 7 years old, giving him books that have nothing to do with the children's section in the library, because I knew that, my love, I've given birth to a man. It's not easy out here for these men, especially no African man. So I have done my best to educate him on loving himself, being responsible for his well-being. And as a result, I can see that my child is not attached to me. And we thank God. We thank God that he ain't no mummy's boy. And he's not going to rely on a woman to do anything for him. Wash clothes, cook, anything. And then obviously tapping into the emotional aspects as well. He needs to be able to fortify himself. So read, watch content, research the things that you've read and you've watched. Garner your own perspectives of the things that you've digest. Spend time in solitude as well. Listen to yourself. Write these things down. Start to grow into Start to grow into a space where you're able to listen to yourself. Trust your own instincts. Trust yourself. So exercise your mind, because the mind has grooves, okay? And like I said to you before, there's nothing wrong with you. Something happened to you. And as a result, your mind will store these things in your subconscious. So then you now think that that is your reality. So you have to fight for your life, i.e. changing your perspectives, i.e. putting yourself in a different frame of mind by digesting certain kinds of content, whether it be through YouTube or whatever, picking up certain books, being around certain types of people, fucking certain kinds of men, fucking certain kinds of women, because you have to understand that when you exchange fluids, that type of stuff is becoming one with your DNA and changing your frequency. So you can be having sex with someone. After having sex with them, it may not be immediate. It could be a week down the line, a day, a month. You start to feel all kinds of heavy things in your heart, and you're having these pessimistic thoughts or over-optimistic thoughts. You're living too much in the past, or you're living too much in the future, or you're just downright trodden, and you all of a sudden you want to eat Cheetos, but you were just doing Alkaline yesterday. And like, you need to be very careful about who you are sleeping with. Because these individuals, when you're exchanging fluid, is infiltrating your mind. And I've told you already, your healing, it starts in the mind. And your gut too. So exercise your mind, exercise your body. Movement is medicine. Get outside. If you're living in a dunya like me and it's just freezing constantly and you get maybe 1 month of sun, still go outside, pad up, go for walks, go for brisk walks, go and get fresh air. It's important. Go and take a walk in a park. If you've got to walk, circle that park 10 times, you do that. What I'm speaking about is good for anxiety. See, this is the type of shit that I'm talking about. People will message you, what's good for anxiety? My love, all this shit I'm talking about is good for anxiety. We're not just addressing the herbs. We're not just going to address the alkaline food. We're addressing your mindset. Are you living in the past? Because that's literally what that usually triggers your anxiety. Or you're living in the future. Are you living in the past, or are you living in the future? I'm not here to dilly-dally. Number 3. Do what benefits your higher good. Do what benefits your higher good. Sacrifices need to be made. Sacrifices need to be made. I don't care if it's your mum, your dad, the family dog. Sacrifices need to be made. If you feel that, you know what, being around this individual, being in this environment, i.e. working for Bob, really is tampering with your mind, body, and your spirit, you've got to make the sacrifice, because you have to understand, when you leave Bob's job, they will just, say for instance, you go and collapse on the friend saying, the desk. They will put one candle for you, one flower. They will say a hymn. They will even attend the funeral, maybe. People like to come to funerals. I don't know why. They like to go to funerals more than coming to visit you when you was alive. So, hello. They will come and do that. And then before you know it, they'll just clear everything. They'll get rid of the small altar that they created for you and replace you. So at the end of the day, who comes first? The first law of man and woman is self-preservation. Sacrifices need to be made. I made sure that I set my life up in a way where I can be present for my family. I set my life up in a way where I can be present for my family and still make some money. I've set my life up in a way where I can be present for my family, make money, and be in my home. I've set my life up where I can be present for my family, make money, be in my home, and be comfortable. Sacrifices have to be made. I need to do what benefits my higher good, because I understand that my well-being is everything. That is the greatest form of currency. If I'm not okay, my children are not going to be okay. A woman, she sets the tone in the household. When she ain't feeling good, when she's cooking that jollof, it ain't going to taste right. It's not going to taste right. She sets the tone. Pussy's going to be dried up. She's going to be giving you lazy sex or no sex. Like, if her energy's off, sorry, hello. So I need to do what benefits my higher good. I need to do it. Sacrifices have to be made. All the time. I come first. Me. I come first. I have a family. I have a family of 5 in total, including myself. Out of the 5, hello, it's me. I come first. All of what I'm speaking about now is going to raise vibration. Pay attention. Just listen, yeah? At the end, then if you're still able to be present and you feel like, okay, maybe these things, I need something extra, then message me. Maybe we can chop it up. Number 4. I say this, how I wrote it was, eat for your womb. Eat for your womb. Right, so your stomach area is located in obviously the same area. Okay, it's not too far. So when people are eating food, they will notice that this food, immediately I feel tired. Immediately I don't feel good. Immediately my stomach is feeling, immediately I'm unable to go shit now. Immediately my shit is stinking. Why is this? Like, your body is constantly speaking to you. Constantly. Your body's constantly telling you things, But because of society and neuromarketing, where they're constantly pumping into you, you have to understand that these people that own big boy brands and even small brands as well are tapping into this. They study psychology. So they know how to tap into you by using certain sounds, images, colors, all of these things. So before you know it, you're in your house at 2 a.m. and you've been cleansing yourself for God knows how long. You've been trying your best to do your whole alkaline, something. And then you're saying, I just feel like a refreshing glass of Coke. Where did that feeling come from? It's because you're constantly being tapped into. So you're going to have to fight for your well-being. It's not going to be easy. It may be for some. Let me not tarnish everybody with one hello. But for the majority, it's not going to be easy. And sometimes you could be on this journey. This healing journey is lifelong. It's lifelong. Slow and steady. Take each day as it comes, but do your best to eat for your womb. Brothers, do your best to eat for your dick. You lot love your dick. You lot love that. If anyone was to come and chop that off, you would just go and jump off the River Thames. You would go and slit your own throat, because hello, me, a man without a penis. Oh, hey. So eat for your penis. Take care of yourselves. Tap into that. Get into the habit. So the thing is as well, going back into neuro marketing, is that we don't eat for our womb or our penis, or for our gut, our minds. We don't eat for these things. We eat for taste. We eat for the mood. We eat for the vibe. because that's how we've been literally trained to be now. We're trained this way. This is who we are now. So you have to fight for your life. You got to fight for your well-being. Whenever you're having these urges, you've got to find your alternatives. Use the cookbook, Cook with Batulu, or don't use the cookbook. Just be creative. Get in the kitchen. Experiment. I have been eating this way for 3 years only. And I still have bad days, i.e. I feel mood swings, i.e. I just want to have my mum's peanut soup. I still miss these things. It's not easy, but I do my best to create my alternatives. I will go and get my tahini and I will go and do an alternative style dish of the peanut soup. Thankfully, I can use the blogger bananas and still make my fufu as you would plantain fufu, and I'm okay. But I would say for me, it's a little bit more easier because prior to me jumping onto the whole alkaline lifestyle to some degree, I was very much familiar with eating a plant-based lifestyle. I don't mind that. Even when I was a meat eater, I would only eat small portions of meat. I didn't even eat much. And I haven't eaten red meat for probably over 10 years anyway. So again, each day as it comes. If you're someone that is a meat eater and you want to embark on this lifestyle, just remove the meat. Don't replace it with these fake meats and the beyond nonsense and the impossible or whatever. Don't do that stuff. Okay? Get some mushrooms. Use vegetables. Use these things. Or another thing that you could do is you cut it down. If you're someone that likes to eat meat 7 days a week, bring it down to 4. Bring it down to 3. And what you could do is you could have 1 day out of the week where you only eat 1 meal a day. You practice intermittent fasting. Then as each week progresses, you do 2 days of intermittent fasting. You do 3 days of, just gradually. There's a way to get to the place to reach your goal. My way is not going to be your way. Just do what's best for you. Don't fall victim to the whole blame game and the sadness and all of these things, because, my lovelies, we know what that does. It sends you on an emotional downward spiral, and then what happens is that you go back to the shit that you were doing before. Let's take it easy. Each day as it comes. Small steps is better than no steps. Number 5, perspective. Get clear on what you need, not what you want. Get clear on what you need, not what you want. Get yourself a journal. I remember in the last part of the live, I think I mentioned, or was it this one? I don't recall. And I said to you, get yourself a journal and jot down your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you on Matulu's page? Why are you seeking alternative ways to better heal yourself, to improve the quality of your life? Why are you doing this? Write that down, because on the days that are challenging, I want you to refer back to your notes to remind yourself, because the mind is a slippery slope and it's distracted through various mediums every single second. So you want to constantly try and keep that energy at the forefront of your mind as to why you're doing this. So when you walk past a shop and you smell that sweet smelling chicken, you can remember, yes, I'm not going in there because I'm doing this because of X, Y, and Z. But if you just write it down and you don't refer to that shit every single day until it's really drummed into your spirit, it's going to be even more challenging for you. Because like I said, the mind is very forgetful. It's very forgetful. Got way too much things to do. You've got to pay bills. Hello, children, trying to figure out what to do. Most of you are even trying to figure out what to wear. You spend a lot of time trying to figure out what to wear. So, hello, the mind is busy. So definitely refer back to your notes and remind yourself of your why. Do your best to remind yourself daily, okay? Get clear on what you want, not what you need. What do you want in your life? Who are you? Who do you want to see? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to see? Who do you want to be? Who do you want around you? What type of friendship circles do you want, if you want any friends around you? What type of career would you like? What type of lifestyle would you like? What type of family would you like to have if you want to create your own family? What kind of home do you want to live in? What areas on this great planet Earth would you like to reside in? What's your retirement plan? How much money do you need to retire? Like, get into that. What do I need? Not what I want. What do I need? I don't need a G-Wagon. Why am I going to go and spend 300 grand on a car when I can take 300 grand and build myself a wonderful complex in Jamaica where I can actually have build a hotel there? I can, for 300 grand, you know what you can do? Do you know what you can do? So let's get clear about our needs, not our wants. Well-being encompasses all these things that I've mentioned thus far, and there's more. So when we're looking at anxiety, when we're looking at trying to correct our physical ailments, we need to get clear about who we are. What do we want in our lives? What do we want for ourselves? Not just swallowing alkaline food. Your healing is not just the food. It is your perspectives, the people you have around you, the way in which that you bath. Who are you sleeping with? Who is your friendship circle? What job do you have? What career are you in? Are you happy? What's your sex life like? Are you happy with that? Your home life. All of these things encompass your well-being. Number 6, I put it like this. Fuck up. And what I mean by fucking up is, please stop sleeping with individuals that they ain't got shit going on. They ain't got shit going on. They do the same shit every day. They ask to borrow you £10 and $15 and shit. They ain't got shit going on for themselves. Like, get from around these type of individuals, please. You know how you see the trucks backing up when they're trying to load off? You need to be backing up away from these individuals. Hallelujah. Please, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Hello. You need to do that. Yes. Thank God. You need to fuck up. Who are you mating with? Are you sleeping with a woman that's insecure? Does she put makeup on before you wake up? Is she an individual that is wearing bum pads? Does she go and get her nose done, the breast done, the teeth done, the something done, the toe done? Is she not happy with the way she is? The way the Most High put her on the planet, is she not happy? Get from around these insecure individuals. Get from around these insecure men that clothe themselves in the ideologies that they're a king and that they have X amount of this going on in their lives and they have X amount of money. Therefore, you should submit to me. But meanwhile, they're still eating chicken and chips. You know, they don't even know how to bath properly. They don't even wipe their bum. They use tissue to wipe their bum. Get from around these individuals. Get from around these individuals. When he's asking you, what do you bring to the table? Hello? You're asking me what I mean to say. You're asking a woman that question. It's okay. I'm gonna back up like the truck. I'm gonna moonwalk. In fact, I'm now going to be Michael Jackson's baby, and I'm going to moonwalk away from you. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So please, fuck up. Start fucking people. Having sex with people, sorry, yes, my language, this is who I am. Start having sex with people where they bring substance. We're not talking about money, Joe. We're not talking about he's got the house on the hills. Hello. He's a rapper. Hello. No, thank you. I'm talking about his mindset. I'm talking about her mindset. What asks these questions? Like, what do you value? Like, what's your spiritual practices? Like, you know, where are you coming from? What's your relationship like with your mother, your father, your siblings, if you have any? Do you have any children? How many baby mothers do you have? What's your relationship like with them? How often do you see your children? Do you not see? You get in there. If he's like, or she's like, or you're asking too much, or you're taking this too far, then you know that there's some insecurities there, there's some issues there, so I need to moonwalk the fuck on. Start asking questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Get in there. Get inside. Get in there. Get in there. Ask. Go deep. Dive deep. Dive deep. Get to know. And if you find that they get irritated, just this one, hello sweetie, you're not for me, baby. That's it. You don't even need to say it. You just moonwalk. Just you've now turned to Casper, the ghost. That's it. Off you go, mate, on your bike. Yeah. So please make a great deal at knowing who you're sleeping with. Yes, it's very important. And I spoke about this earlier. When you're sleeping with individuals, you are exchanging. Please, a condom is not saving you. A condom is not saving you. Okay. So at the end of the day, you are still sleeping with an individual. You lot are skin to skin. This individual has pores. You have pores. When you're there going back and forth and he's doing the most and you're sweating and you're swinging from the chandelier and having a great time, try and know that you're still exchanging fluids even if you have a condom on, because both of you are touching each other. You want to be kissing and you're shoving. Anyway, you know what you lot do. You know how you lot get down, because I know how I get down. So please be very careful about who you're mating with, because again, when you mate with certain individuals that are majorly off balance, they will make you, it's not if, but, or maybe, they will make you eventually off balance. So let's get clear on that. It's very important. And another thing that I'd like to add is stop, using vibrators and all of these electrical devices. Oh my God, I've been doing research because I want to do some classes on like vaginal womb care and all of these things. And I wanted to get like a prosthetic type of vagina. So I'm going on all of these sexual sites and lo and behold, I never knew individuals were doing all kinds of calamities. I couldn't believe what I was seeing online. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, people are really doing a lot. Sexing blow-up dolls. Even as I'm talking about, my chest is becoming inflated. It is serious what's going on out here in these streets. So please, refrain from using all of these vibrators and all of these things, because at the end of the day, no human being can move their waist like that. Okay? So at the end of the day, sisters, let's stay away from the vibrators and whatnot, because when you get a real man, okay, you are going to be very unsatisfied, because he can't move his tongue like that. What is he, iRobot? No, he would get lockjaw and fall down. Okay, so let's refrain from using the vibrators and all of these. And men, these blow-up dolls and these things are really messing up your senses, and they are throwing you off. Not going to, they are throwing you off. So let's just pack it in. Okay, let's pack that in immediately. Anyway, yes, this is one of my favorite ones, and it made my teeth white. It makes my teeth white to say this one. Remove the concept of being strong and independent. And I say this one in particular for my sisters. We like to be walking around with this feminist ideology. Hello, no thank you, back to sender. Yes, that is what I said. Back to sender. Thank you. Hello. I've lost my page. Hang on. Remove the concept of being strong and independent. Okay. Being strong and independent does nothing for you as a woman. You're not able to rest in your femininity and be your God-given self. Like, you're not able to be who you want to be. I know what it's like to be strong and so-called independent. It's really not the way forward. It's just not the way forward for us. Sorry. It's not. It causes fibroids. It causes you to be out of sync with your body. I'm reading from my own book. It causes you to be out of sync with your body. It causes you to have anxiety attacks, depression. You're unable to embrace your femininity. You're unable to enjoy the vehicle that you're in, the body that you're in. You're just unable to, because being strong is not your fucking role, woman. It's not your role. That is the man's role. You are soft. Naturally, you are soft and sufficient. Self-sufficient. The whole independent thing. Hello, you're supposed to take care of your basics, but you're not supposed to be Captain Save-A-Ho and be flying around the gaff, doing this, doing that. You're Bob the Builder here. You're trying to play daddy here. You're in the kitchen. Are you an octopus? Are you an octopus? You can't do it all. No, they lied to you. You need support. We need, no, you can't purchase this. Sorry. This was something that I put together, a presentation that I put together for the sisters in a private Zoom call. You need support. Me, I like men. Hello. I like them. When I caress my head, Pim. Let me enjoy it. Let me be a lady. Oh, I dropped my handkerchief. Oh. Yes. Because let me tell you this. I'm telling you that I've been strong and independent since I was probably 14 years old. That's 20 years of climbing the mountain in the wind. No, I'm tired. I'm tired of it. No, thank you. I want to be a woman now, please. Hello. Yes. I'll take 3 glasses of womanhood. We thank God. I'm not trying to be somebody's daddy. I'm not trying to be my son's father. I don't want to be celebrated on Father's Day. Hello. Thank you. I am soft and I am sufficient. I'm self-sufficient. I can take care of my basics. As a woman, let me tell you something. Hello, Jill. You went up the hill? Yes. Listen to me. You are supposed to be self-sufficient. You aren't supposed to rely on a man to take care of your basics. Clothing, shelter, food. Those are the things you're supposed to be doing for yourself, Joe. You're supposed to have that on your hello. hello. Can I get a hey man? Please? That's your self-sufficiency is a standard. It's basics. That's normal. That's normal. Okay? So we are soft and we are sufficient. Let us embrace our femininity. I'm not saying you have to now put on a skirt and be floating around the world like your name is Alice in the Blood Clot Wonderland. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, you look at me. I'm an alpha female. That's who I am. I know who I am. I embrace it. Many individuals will see me and be like, oh, she's masculine. Hello, that's your own business. I don't give a toss. Go to the left. Let me go to the right. Mind your business. I'm good. I understand what it's like to be an alpha female and still be feminine. It's working for me. It might not work for you, but it's working for me. So let's just start walking into that space of accepting that we need support as women. Me, I need a man. Hello. I like that. I like the masculine energy around me. I like it. I like how it makes me feel. It makes me feel extra sexy. It makes me feel like, I feel like a woman. Hello. I love it. I don't want to be strong and independent and alone. No, I don't. So we're going to use the affirmations to assist us here. I am strong. I am soft. I'm self-sufficient. I can take care of myself. Yes, I know how to take care of myself as a woman, but I am soft. I'm an emotional creature. I deserve love. I give love. Therefore, I deserve it. I'm very powerful because without me, the world would be off balanced. Without the masculine energy, the world would be off balanced. We need each other. I don't need to play your role. Hello, Mr. Man. I don't need to. Okay? Number 8. Who are your chosen family and friends? We touched on this earlier when I spoke about fucking up, mating with intention. But who are your chosen? And key word here is chosen. Key word is chosen. Chosen family and friends. I don't care. Me? You can call me Michael Jordan, baby, because I know how to throw people inside the basket. And highly skilled. Highly skilled. I would dispose you immediately. I'm not going to compromise myself. I'm not going to be around individuals where I'm the only intelligent one in the room. I'm the one that's putting in work. I'm the one that's coming up with ideas. I'm the only what your tribe is by loving on yourself. Self-preservation. Loving on yourself. Give it back to yourself. Can you hear me now? Okay. It's pausing. Okay. Just let me know if it's moving a bit more fluid now. Cool. All right then. Number 9, my favorite, which is ultimately what this whole life has been about. You are responsible for your happiness. Now, as trivial as that may sound to some of you, again, the human mind is very forgetful. We are responsible for everything. We are responsible for how we choose to feel. We are responsible for whether we react or whether we choose to respond. We are responsible for every single thing. I don't care if she slapped you in the face or that the man cheated on you. Hello, I don't know. Someone stole something from you. You ultimately have a choice to project or extend mercy or to kick the motherfucker down the stairs. It's up to you. It's up to you how you respond to individuals. Ultimately, I don't care what they said to you, how they spoke to you. No one's not saying that you should now, people can be speaking to me anyhow and I'm not going to say anything. The key thing here is to not react. The key thing here is to choose the way in which that you're going to respond. And whichever way that you choose to respond, let it be in favor of you. Let it be of favor of you. So think about your future. If I go and strangle this person or hit them, they could actually fall down, bang their head and die. I end up in prison for 25 years for manslaughter. My children go to care if the father doesn't want to take them. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because your ego was bruised in that present moment. So in that type of sense there, definitely start thinking about your future. Think about your future. What do you want for your life? Let that be your guide to how you respond to an individual. It's powerful. People think that power is walking around slapping people in the face and being disrespectful and, waging your authority. But no, power is when you're able to see something, hear something, and say, do you know what? I know why that individual in particular is behaving that way. Something happened to them. Like when we now deep why bullies are bullies, it's because there's something wrong with them. There's something happened to them. There's nothing wrong with them. Something happened to them. Maybe they were being abused. Maybe they're being abused at home. Molestation, neglect. They're being neglected. Abandonment issues. Poverty. Mentally challenged. They're not getting the grades that they're forced to get in school. This breeds anxiety. They start lashing out on other children or even just people in the workplace, adults even. So this is why when some of you are coming on here and you're sending your negative comments when you don't agree with something that I've said, I'm just looking at you like, I pity the fool. I pity the fool. And then I just block you like that. You've gone to send paragraph after paragraph and I just block you like that. Nonsense. Because I understand, I understand that there's nothing wrong with you. Something happened to you. You're just trying to look for an outlet. Remember, energy is not created. It just is. And all it does is gracefully transforms. So people that are dealing with weight and strife and trauma and stress and anxiety and whatever else you want to label it as, they're just looking for a way to relieve themselves of this weight that they feel in their heart. They're looking for a way to relieve themselves of the weight that they feel in their hearts. So again, if energy can only be transformed, all they're trying to do is transform that shit onto you. And then you, like a donkey, you take it on and then you're walking around with your heart heavy and then you go and transfer that onto your children, or you transfer it onto your colleague, or you transfer it onto the person that's phoning you to, fix your life insurance. Energy is just graceful. It just gracefully transforms. So you have to be responsible at the end of the day for everything. This is what adulting looks like. It is not easy. You're not going to get it right. And there's times when you might need to slap someone in the face. There are times when that is called for. There are times when that's called for. Someone is trying to abuse your child. Hey, they might need to get a slap. So obviously you just have to weigh out. Does this make sense? You have to really sit down and Oprah yourself. You know how Oprah will be there getting into your mind. You have to get into your own mind and really deep. How do I respond to this situation? Because I don't need to be reacting here. How do I deal with this right now? So that's the last one. You are responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for your healing. You are responsible for the thoughts that you allow in your mind. You are responsible for everything that goes in your mouth. You are responsible for who you fuck. You are responsible. You are responsible. You are responsible. How do you handle energetic vampires? You don't. You see, the key to narcissistic individuals and people that are looking to exchange and relieve themselves of the weight that, or, the weight that they're feeling in their heart, is to not fuck with them at all. You have to understand that Matulu thinks that, and knows, not thinks, she knows that she is of great value. Not because of the work that I do, not because you people tell me thank you and I love what you're doing. I couldn't give a toss about that. I see the comments, I say thank you, and I keep it going. I keep it moving. I don't let that get to my head. I don't let that one wash me over. That's not my hallelujah. It's because I have a relationship with myself. I know who I am. So I don't care if you like me or you don't. I understand that, I understand that my presence is of great value. No matter where I am on this planet, I can be in Timbuktu, I can be in Brixton Market. I am of value because I invest in myself. So no matter where I go, because of what I do for myself, I will do for others. Naturally. So if I see that someone is not respecting me, I take myself up and I moonwalk the fuck up out of there. I don't need to give you an ultimatum. I don't need to call you, your mum, send a text, a telegram, a DM. I just get the fuck up out of there because I know that I am of great value. Because the Most High has given me a certain type of way of being that nobody can buy. You can't emulate who I am. You can imitate. You could try and use the words that I use and prance around and probably try to, copy and paste the things that I do. But you're never going to do it like me because everybody is unique. Everyone has been given their unique logo. Everyone has been given their own destiny and I am walking mine. So again, if I see that you're a donkey, you're an energy vampire, you're a nonsense, I don't mess with people. Hey. Me, I choose people like I choose my fruit and my vegetables, Joe. I take my time. I'll be picking. The white people will be standing there. Oh, she's taking long. Don't check where the mask. You wait. Because I'm picking my fruit and my veg. I want the best one. That's how I deal with individuals. I only go where I'm celebrated. And also where I'm held accountable. Not just celebrated, where I'm held accountable. Because we're all here to exchange. We're here to exchange wisdom. We're here to help each other. I don't want to be around people that is on some yes woman tip. Yes man tip. Everything I say, they're just swallowing it. No. If I say something that's off key, help me please. Correct me please. Educate me please. So you've also got to be mindful about those individuals. Don't go where you're just on some pedestal. That's not healthy. Can you only love with the same effort you love yourself? So it's better, there's a typo there, so I'm assuming you're saying better, to always double check who you're surrounding yourself with, of course, because who you surround yourself with, ultimately you have attracted that. So therefore they are reflections of you. So if you're around an individual that is off balance, there's a part in you may not be off balance in the way in which that individual is off balance, but there are elements in your life that isn't balanced. So you have to understand that no matter who comes into your intimate space, your circle, you are reflections of each other. And you can only give what you have. How can I go and give you £5 if I've only got £1 in my pocket? So therefore, if I only have a certain amount of love for myself, then I can only give you a certain amount too. I would love for you to further discuss being an alpha female and tapping into your femininity. Stepping into being an alpha female for me is something that I've always been. So it's not something where I've had to learn. If anything, I've had to unlearn a lot of things personally. One of the things that I would say though, that's coming to mind, is you need to get into the spirit of saying no. Get into the spirit of saying no and letting no end with a period. I.e., you're not explaining why you're saying no. You're not going to give no heartfelt, long-winded explanation as to why. Get into the spirit of saying no. It's very powerful. It does a lot for you. It does a lot for your well-being. Yeah, start there. Start saying no. No, it's very, very healthy. Say no. Because one of the issues that a lot of, not even just women, just humans in general, they have an issue with saying no. And that's something that I do still struggle with at times. But I would say 95% of the time, I'm a no person. I.e., whenever I feel like I give accordingly. I give my energy and my time accordingly. That's one way to start. And start investing in yourself. Start investing in yourself. I'm not talking about buying nice clothes and doing your makeup and your hair. I'm talking about investing in your mind. I'm talking about really spending time with yourself. Don't go places where you're not celebrated or held accountable. These are the things that are going to fortify you and enable you to grow as an individual, as a woman. Do you want your daughter to be a welcome mat? Because at the end of the day, if that's the case and you are moving with that vibration, there's nobody to blame but you. If you keep still sleeping with men that call you, if you're still around men that only want to call you after 9 p.m., that's your fault. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just doing probably what his father did or what his boys told him was okay to do. You're the issue. You don't need to give him the talk and tell him what you're doing is wrong. You can see what he's doing is wrong. He doesn't, you don't need to give him an ultimatum. You need to check yourself because you're the one that's answering the calls, lovely. You're the one that's opening the door. Toxicity says Father's Day is for me too. I raise my children by myself. What? That's my sister Plant-Based Hill. Now, for those of you that have been messaging me, asking me for consultations, I don't do consultations anymore. And any of you that I have communicated with, I've told you to connect with my sister Plant-Based_B Hill. I'm going to put her name here now. I don't know if she's still on the live. Now, I would like for you to go and converse with her, and she can support you thoroughly through anything. She's here to support you. She's here to dive deep. She's here for you. So connect with her, book your consultations. If you go to her, to the Instagram that I've just put there, go to the link in her bio and you can immediately book a consultation there. She has a calendar in her bio. Let me just scroll up and see if there's any more things to address. Yes, we are responsible. Yes, I answered that one. Okay, let me just scroll down. I can't really see anything of value. Okay, my lovely, you're still here. Dope. I appreciate you too, lovely. What are some of self-care things you do? For one, I say no. I pay attention to how I feel. I don't go to spaces where I'm not held accountable or where I'm not shown love. I make it a great deal to spend time with myself. Like right now, I booked myself into a lovely place and I'm staying here by myself because I like to spend time with myself. As a woman who has a family, my family can only be of quality if I'm in a stable mindset. So if I feel like I need some time to myself and I'm able to do it, I'm going to do that for myself. I'll take myself out of the family home and I will spend time with myself. I'll do my work. I'll rest. All of the rest. Yes. Hello. Rest. Listen to your body. You see, when you start to break down and incorporate these things that I've mentioned, you will begin to fortify and strengthen your discernment, your intuition. You know, these things are necessary. Like, you need to learn to listen to your body. So I listened to myself today and I was like, I need to be out of this household. I want to be by myself. There are certain things that I want to do and I don't necessarily want no distractions around me. So I booked myself into the space that I'm in now so that I can just be me without distraction. I like solitude. So this is another thing that we need to get into the spirit of. Just because you have a man or you got a family, your life does not revolve around them. Doesn't. I come first. And if I'm not okay, the household is not going to be okay. Another thing is that I bath. I make time for bathing. I make time for room steaming. I make time for facial care and hair care. I make time for my body. I make time to go to the gym. I make time to go for walks. These things don't cost money or don't cost much money. I make time to drink water. I make time to make my teas and all of these things and fortify myself. These are my self-care methods, because I know that when I'm hydrated, I have clarity. When I'm hydrated, my moods are a lot more stable. When I'm hydrated, I can smile. My skin is looking better. I feel better. The quality of sex that I have is better. Hydration is necessary. So I drink my water, and I also eat my water. What do I mean by that? I eat foods that are high in alkalinity. I eat fruits in particular that are very good for lubrication and hydration. These things are necessary. This is all self-care methods to me. I also implement intermittent fasting, or there's days when I completely abstain from food. These are part of my self-care methods. You are authentically helping one in need, and they turn on you. Should you walk away with explanation to that person? It's complex, because obviously I don't know the situation. I don't know how long you've been in their lives, or they've been in your lives. I don't know the nature of the relationship that you have with this individual. Is it platonic? Is it romantic? What is it? I don't need to know that personally. I personally feel that it is wise for me to always share with individuals that ask these type of questions to me, that you know what you need to do, and you need to listen to yourself. You know how long you've been in that predicament for. You know how the person is responding to you, or whether they are even responding. You need to listen to yourself and make a thorough decision, because I'm here to encourage you to activate your superpowers. I don't want you to hear what I have to say, because then now you become codependent, and that is not good. You need to get into the spirit of knowing what's best for you and what isn't. How do you forgive yourself? This may be a hard one to ask, but I'd like to hear your take on this. You got some attributes. I hope it helps to get me to notice it. You went through shit, and it shows. Let me get my charger. Hang on. Yeah, I had to go through shit. You think I fucking woke up like this? Hell no. Hell to the no. Oh, hell to the no. Yes, I like that. Yes, that guy's hilarious. Yes, you have to. Like, look. Life is a mystery. And it's not easy. But I also make it a great deal to find the beauty in life. And most importantly, I make it a great deal to find the beauty within myself. I personally think I'm a dope individual. I personally am grateful for the things that I've experienced, because now I'm able to, how can I put it? I'm able to move in life like a gazelle. Like, I'm able to move in life with a sense of self-knowing, a confidence, because if I've been through the depths of so-called hell, and I'm still here, and I'm able to, and I'm also improving on my design, i.e. I recognize the role that I played in my experiences that wasn't enjoyable at that moment in time. That within itself gives you a certain level of, how can I put this? I'm a courageous woman because I don't run away from my fears. I'm a dope individual because I don't run. Like, I'm not scary. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to say no. I'm not scared to show love. I'm not scared to take myself away from individuals that are not reciprocating value and respect and love to me. I'm not afraid I'm not a scary woman. I don't care if I've got a baby for you. I don't care if we've got a mortgage together. I don't care whatever you want to label that could tie us together in this in a worldly fashion. I will leave your ass and I will build myself up and do what the fuck I need to do for me and for my children. I am responsible for the quality of my life. And I'm not going to move in this. I know what it's like to move in a space where it's low vibrational and you're blaming yourself for shit. That doesn't do any justice. It doesn't profit you. It doesn't profit you. All this blame. Hello. Doesn't profit you at the end of the day. All you will find is that you will just keep sinking and sinking. Your anxiety will continue to increase. Your depression will stay longer. Before you know it, you've been depressed for 10 years. You start having suicidal thoughts. You want to give up. You're now going down the road down to the pub to buy beer. I grew up in South West London, Brixton. I grew up in Angeltown. Those of you that are from London, do you know what Angeltown was like in the 90s? I grew up in the hood. I come from the hood. I know what it's like to see women lose their minds because a man cheated on them. I know what it's like to be around poverty. I know what it's like. And there are some people that have been and experienced these things, and they let that define them. They let it define them. And because I've been doing myself a great deal of justice by correcting my behavioral deficits, by holding myself accountable and doing my best to point the finger back at me, even though when that nigga wasn't doing his best, I still have to look at myself and see the role that I played in that situation. Because at the end of the day, if I didn't open my legs, would the child... Do you understand what I'm saying? None of my children were conceived via rape at the end of the day. So I'm complicit. Be responsible. So I don't sit down. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I haven't had days where I feel sad and frustrated about my experiences and even the things that I'm still going through now. But I make it my job. I make it my job to fight for my happiness. I make it my job to find joy, because me, I'm a comedian. I make it my job to look for the beauty in myself and to look for the beauty in others. I make it my job. I make it my responsibility. So forgiving yourself is another form of affirmative action. Start taking walks. Start sitting down and holding meditations for yourself. If you're a female, get into some womb steaming. It's very wonderful, very powerful. Take some nice long baths and some sea salts and key limes and whatnot, maybe some herbs. Start giving back to yourself. Whenever these thoughts come, replace it with the thoughts that profit you. Replace it. You remember back in the day, I remember we used to listen to certain radio stations and we'll put the cassette in and record the stuff over something that was already on the cassette. Your mind is the same way. Your mind has grooves. Those grooves are embedded into your subconsciousness. Those grooves are the past traumatic experiences that you've had when you was a child, your childhood memories, the time when you gave birth, whatever. The negatives, the positives, the ugly, whatever. So it's now your responsibility, whenever you are plagued with those thoughts of blame and regret and shame and guilt, you have to remind yourself that, is this the life that I want to live? Because right now I'm starting to feel this all in my chest. And if I continue thinking and behaving like this, I am now becoming a victim, which will then translate and manifest into cancer or other physical ailments. Because like I spoke about earlier, your well-being is predicated on your emotional stability. Your physical well-being is predicated on your emotional stability. There's no way around it. So you could be swallowing all the alkaline something. Hello? But if your mind is still stuck in the past and stuck on the fact that you had a baby with a man who's a psychopath, then you're never going to fully find yourself in and to be able to enjoy and embrace your healing. Because this is lifelong. You're going to be working on yourself to the day that the Most High says it's time for you to clock out, lovely. Yes, say no. With a period. Just no. Full stop. That's it. Anyone that wants to ask you why, just look at them for 5 seconds. No. Because it's no. I do it with my children too. My daughter, this one, it comes like she's a pastor or she's a saleswoman. She's very persuasive. So can I just go over there? Can I have this? Can I? Hello? No. What did I say? You said no. On your bike. But why? I said no. Yeah, that's what I said. So by me being this way, she will become that way. My daughter is dope. You see, when she gets to my age, it's all over for you lot. It's all over, Jackie. My ex hated the word no, so he left me. But he wanted a mummy. Don't get me started. Yes, a lot of these individuals are looking for mummy. I know. But I'm glad that, you see, you have to, there's a word. I forgot what it is. But basically it just speaks on you. Just don't do yourself an injustice. Like, you have to honor yourself. You have to honor yourself. Like, you have to honor yourself. Like, if you don't feel like doing something, don't force it. If the individual wants to come and be throwing toys out the pram, wants to come and fight you, hello, just remove yourself from the space, please. Don't even tell them, hey, you need to get up. You just quickly take yourself, because you don't want to react. You don't want to now, the same toy that they threw at you, want to pick it up and throw it at them. And before you know, because of your vim, the way you threw the toy back, it takes their eye out. And now you're in cuffs. So you're walking down the stairs going to PC Sergeant. It's okay. Okay? So you remove yourself quickly. And then if you need to, if you need to have a conversation with that individual, have the conversation later on and let them know, listen, you crossed the boundary. We're not going to do that here. Hallelujah. We're not going to do that. Okay? So yes, women, sisters, and brothers, please say no. Honor yourself. Yeah, my energy is a privilege. I'm dope. I'm very dope. I'm very, very dope. Wherever I go, I'm of great value. I'm of great service. I bring joy. I bring productivity. I'm dope. Like, I am that person. If you're in a relationship with me, your shit's going up. You're going up. You're going up. That's if you want to go up. That's if you want to go up. Because people have been in situationships and they're intimidated by the woman. Or they're intimidated by the man. Honor yourselves. Oh, wonderful. I'm really grateful to hear that your 16-year-old daughter is watching this. Yes, hello daughter, how are you? Sister Jane Carey, 73, she said, plus he wasn't going to stop eating chicken. Hello, get out of here, John. In the bin, John. That's it. Get out of here, Johnny. Hello. That's good riddance. Go and eat your chicken outside with your new chicken girlfriend. That's it. You don't be doing chicken every night. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to honor ourselves. Like, if that's what you don't want in your life, honor it. I remember someone messaged my partner and they were like, what should I do? My girlfriend hates me now because I'm now doing this lifestyle. What do you think? How should I go about this? And then he sent the message to me because I was just looking at it like, bruh. She said she's going to leave me. She hates it. Says she will never change. And you're asking us, what should you do? Why? You've never met us. You don't know us. You're just finding people on the internet. Now you're asking us what we should do. My friend, are you going to stop doing what you're doing? Are you going to stop your healing journey, Mr. Man? No. She's already told you she doesn't agree with what you're doing. And she hates it. And she's angry. And every time you're eating your quinoa, she's kissing her teeth. So you already know what to do. Like, you have to honor yourself. You people are looking for people to give you the answer. Hello. I don't have the answer, Sway. Hello. Can you just buckle up, put your seatbelt on and get to your work? Can you know who you are, please? Can you know what you want, please? What you need? Can we get into that spirit, please? The shit ain't working. It's not working for you. It's time for you got to know when to leave. Me, I know when to leave. It comes with practice, but you will get there. You will definitely get there. Start honoring yourselves, please. Start honoring yourselves and remove the strong and independent nonsense. You are soft and self-sufficient. Remove that jazz. Make time for relaxation. Relaxation techniques, meditation, visualization, controlled breathing, psilocybin, womb steaming. These are wonderful. And 4 out of that 5 that I've mentioned, it costs no money. Well, sorry, 3. 3. No money. Just using your mind alone. Meditation, controlled breathing, and visualization. You remember Jesus says that you are to be childlike, not childish. When you was a child, you'd be sitting there daydreaming and thinking about all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things. Go back to that. Adulting can take you away from your childlike essence. Don't run from that. Embrace that. Sometimes what I do to tap into my childhoodness, I'll watch shows that I used to love as a child. I will do things or eat certain kinds of foods that remind me of my childhood. I'll have conversations about it. Don't run away from that. Embrace it. Do things that, like for instance, if you have a child or you're around children, embrace them. Get onto their level. Get into their minds. Have conversations with them. Become childlike again. It's very good for you. Because adulting is a trip. Controlled breathing. Using your 6-3-6-3 methods. Breathe in for 6 seconds. Hold for 3. Exhale for 6 seconds. Hold for 3. Repeat that 9 times or more. Very powerful. We did it on our Zoom on Tuesday. Just before we got into our presentation. Clarity is everything. Meditation, it could be walking meditation, it could be sitting. I mean, even me, I find cooking is a form of meditation. So find your way that helps you to zone in and tap out. And whilst you're doing that, focus on your breathing. Your mind is not made for just thinking about present, thinking about the past, thinking about the future. No, sometimes you just have to create nothing in your mind. Meditation is wonderful for that. And how do you create nothing for your mind? Because it is a trip and it can take time to really get into that mind space. Controlled breathing. So going back to using the 6-3-6-3, these things are very helpful. If you've got anxiety, depression, you're constantly thinking suicidal thoughts, you're constantly thinking you want to go to the chicken and chip shop, get into yourself. Meditation, visualization, controlled breathing. Remember your why. Go to your journal. Psilocybin is dope. Somebody asked, I love psilocybin. I love magic mushrooms. Very dope. If you know who you're getting it from, if you're in a controlled environment, i.e. you feel safe. There's a brother that I know on here personally. His name is on Instagram, KG_Junior. He's a wonderful brother. He definitely knows a lot about psilocybin and how to use it to really get into your shadow self and how to use it in a way in which that can assist you in your healing journey. So definitely, because psilocybin will definitely reveal your shadow self. And I love that. What is the alkaline lifestyle? It is one of simplicity. And I don't even like the word alkaline, you know. I don't like it. I don't consider myself to be alkaline. I don't agree with the way in which that, you know, this word is being thrown about. I don't agree with it at all. I consider myself to be who I am, which is Mutulu. For those of you that know me personally, you know my name is Amasawa. I'm Amasawa and I eat natural food. I'm not alkaline. I'm not no. I am Amasawa. That's who I am. And I just happen to eat natural food, and I do other dope shit as well. You know, like, I'm not alkaline. So for those of you that want to be, that's on you. But me personally, I don't like to marginalize myself. I don't like to box myself in. I don't like to label myself, because my perspectives may change tomorrow. It may change 5 years, a year, a month, whatever. I eat natural foods. I eat foods that are indigenous for the most part to this planet. And the reason why I say the most part is because even the so-called alkaline foods are being compromised. So I just do my best with what I have. Okay? So the natural lifestyle is one of simplicity, self-care, and preparation. It is one of knowing the pH balance of your food and being responsible for your energy, i.e. your frequency. It is a successful route in life if you choose for it to be. It's all about perspective. So notice that I mentioned your energy. Okay, it's not just about what you are eating. It's about your energy. It's about the way in which that you carry yourself, the way in which that you take care of yourself, the way that you bath, who you hang around with, who you're sleeping with, all of these things, your living conditions, your value system, your moral system. Emotions, what is that? It's energy emotion. We touched on this earlier. Energy does not die, it gracefully transforms. Many project their pain and frustrations to relieve themselves of the weight that is in their heart. They are yet to know that they are responsible for their happiness, joy, and choice of response. It is not good to hold on to what trials may come your way. Life is a mystery. You are complex as a human, but there is nothing wrong with you. Something happened to you, and you are choosing to hold on to it. You were molested by your father. That happened when you were 6 years old. You are now 26. That's not something that you're ever going to forget. Let's just make that clear. That has changed your DNA. Yes, it has. Forever will be. You will never forget that. But you have a choice to allow that to govern your whole existence. You have a choice to now accept that as your personal logo. You have a choice. You can either move on and accept it or stay in it. How can you move on? Talking therapy, art therapy, eating well, spending time and investing in your well-being, loving on yourself, accepting, making peace with the things that you experienced as a child or even in your adult years. This is a work in progress every single day. You have to fight for your well-being. You have to fight for your peace. You have to fight for these things because the mind loves to wonder. The mind looks for problems. Haven't you noticed that people online that we call trolls, all they do all day is look for problems in something, in someone else? They don't look to solve problems. They look to call out the problems that they think is a problem. You lost your son. I'm so sorry to hear that. But at the end of the day, you have to make a choice to say, I have my life. Let me live in remembrance of the seed that I created. At least I got to experience what motherhood was like. But try know that your child is not dead. Your child is not gone. You are the mother of that child. That child is with you right now. Right now. So choose life. We are spirits having a human experience at the end of the day. And unfortunately, it was destined that your child was to come and go before you. But you still have to use the life that you have right now and use it wisely. Use it wisely. You now have gone through this experience, which is very heavy. I have so much compassion for you. But you could also support others. You could use your story to support others. Find your way to heal. Find your way to heal. When I decided to go and have an abortion over 10 years ago, and then after me having the abortion, it wasn't until 2 years after I did the abortion that I started to feel this heaviness in my heart. That's when the healing started to kick in for me, because I took myself up and out of the foolish relationship that I was in, where I had conceived a child with a certain kind of man. And once I got rid of him, that was when I was able to start doing the work. And it wasn't until 2 years later. So what I did is I created my business. I said to myself, I'm going to give birth to something in remembrance, and I'm going to use this as a way to increase my healing, my knowledge of self, and improve on my design. I gave birth in another way. My business was called Dela Foods before it turned to Ibile, which is now obviously Matulu. I can't wait to tell you lot the story. It's a beautiful one. Something happened to you and you were choosing to hold on to it. There's nothing wrong with you. Work through your shit. Work through it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. There are going to be days where it's like, wow, I don't think I can do this. And then there is days when you're like, you know what? I'm doing this. But just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Make days for rest. Make days to cry. Make days to lay down on the floor and prostrate, stretch out, shout outside, beat your chest like King Kong. Relieve yourself of it. Don't hold nothing in. Speak your mind. This is a part of the healing. Speak your mind. Say no. Your thoughts carry so much weight. If we can weigh the hearts of many in this life, the scales will probably break. Know your shadow side. Get to know who you are. Not just the good shit. Get to know the dark shit about yourself. You are 180 degrees of agreeable, and you are designed to have 180 degrees of disagreeable. Nobody is perfect here. Nobody. There are times when I'm going to be very chaotic, because that's my nature. And then there is times when I'm going to be very calm and chilled. That's also my nature. There's times when I'm going to kick a motherfucker down the stairs because they actually needed that. And then there's times when I'm going to say, you know what? It's mercy. That's life. Everybody has to carry their cross. But get to know what your cross looks like. Your responsibility is to not be a victim. Hallelujah. In any of the experiences you find yourself in. What are some womb foods for eating for the womb? Dark berries, lots of fresh fruits, especially berries, shitloads of fresh chlorophyll. I'm not talking about the chlorophyll tinctures and all these things you're seeing in these Whole Food stores. Actually getting yourself a blender or a juicer and making your own juices. Chlorophyll-based juices is wonderful, not just for the womb, but for the blood. And where doesn't the blood go? Right? So you're going to be addressing the whole body, not just the womb. You have to look at it like this, and I think I said this on the Zoom call with the sisters. When you drop water, just one drop of water in a pool, you see a ripple effect take place. So when you eat for your gut area, you're not only just going to be curing any gut ailments, you're going to be curing any issues, whether you have mental issues, you might have a lower back issue, you've got some toxic blood, you've got parasites, you've got arthritis, you've got varicose veins. That ripple effect will take place when you start to eat well for your gut, for your womb. So berries, chlorophyll, fonio is wonderful, lots of avocado, citrus fruits, mushrooms is good as well. You don't need it that much. But stay away from refined foods, stay away from the processed foods. Because I know that certain things that are considered so-called alkaline, like spelt and all these things. These things are very heavy. Chickpeas and all of that. These are things that we don't need to eat every day. We don't need to be eat. That doesn't need to be making up the main majority of our plate. Your dark leafy greens and your other vegetables, your bell peppers, your courgettes, your squashes, and all of these wonderful things are very much readily available, and they're supposed to be dominating your plate more than you would chickpeas and flour-based dishes and all of these things. So eat those processed foods, flours, agave, pasta, even the ones that are considered alkaline, sparingly. The greens I mentioned. So I mentioned dandelion, nettle, watercress, wild arugula, callaloo, which is also known as amaranth greens. If you're unable to get those things, then just get some organic kale. And this is what I mentioned. I always say this, like, if you can't get it, then just get yourself some organic kale. Also, ask the locals. Like, all these greens that I mentioned, there's a whole lot more. There are so much more out there. It's just that we are yet to know of them. The Most High didn't just create this, what's in here. The Most High is full of abundance. Do you know what planet we're on? Do you know what universe we're a part of? Like, there's so much out there. It's just that we are yet to know. So speak to the locals. Start talking to the indigenous people of the land. Ask them. Look for the things that just grow like so-called weeds that you just see growing naturally. Like, ask these people, what's that for? How do you use that? Get to know things and come and share it and educate us. Educate us. There's so much more out there. It's so cold in London right now. My nose is running. So cold. My heating is on 24/7. So horrible. Okay. Your responsibility is not to be a victim in any experiences you find yourself in. Acknowledge your pain, sadness, those traumatic events that happened in your life. Acknowledge them. Don't try and sweep the shit under the carpet. The fact that your work environment is hell itself, or your home environment is emotionally taxing, your partner just isn't in alignment with you anymore, your children aren't respectful, and so on. Make it your choice to bring peace to yourself. Make it your choice to bring peace to yourself. Feed into your growth and your well-being, and remember that sacrifice is necessary. Victimhood is your oppressor, not the white man. Sorry to break it to some of you hoteps. Victimhood is your oppressor. Victimhood is your oppressor. I don't care how you feel about that. I don't. With everything that has been going on globally for the past 2 years, I've been progressing, Joe. I've been progressing. Inside, outside, I'm progressing because I'm not allowing the energy that is being projected out there to govern my existence. I'm not allowing what's going on to infiltrate my home and the way in which that I move on this planet. I'm not. Yes, your frequency energy has been disrupted. We can acknowledge that. Now what do? You pause, ponder on whether to respond. Make your list of the things that you can control. Make a list of the things that you can control and the things you can't control. Make a list of the things that you can control and a list of the things that you can't control. Once you've literally mapped out what you can control and what you can't, focus on what you can. That's simple. Make time for laughter and lots of it. Exercise and meditation. You are to make a decision that not one drop. You are to make a decision that not one drop of your self-worth will depend on anyone's acceptance of you. If you come to me and you say, oh, this is alkaline, and I'm like, it's not. I don't consider that to be natural. You're not now to stand there and be arguing with me or to I don't know, like don't lose sleep If you feel that something is, then it is until it may not be. Like, let's get into that spirit. Let's get into the spirit of being able to disagree with each other and move the fuck on. I don't need to now block you because you're pestering me and going on, or you're trying to message me on every post that I put. Some of you are weird. Some of you, I just picture you like in a dark room, and you've got, some people, they sweep the floor and they don't sweep it up. They just sweep it into a corner and they're just sitting there on the corner. That's how I picture your room to look. That's how I'm picturing you when you're messaging like that. And I'm just I am laughing at you. I have good laughs. Barely laugh like that. I'll be laughing at you. Because I'm thinking, why are you allowing me to govern your self-worth? Why are you allowing my perspectives to govern your ideologies, perspectives, belief system, knowledge of self, so-called self? Why? Why are you investing in me like that? Don't invest in me, yo. Sure. Don't invest in me like that, please. Don't give me energy like that, okay? Because I'm not going to give it to you. This is how I'm able to move in the world with mad confidence. Your mothers didn't teach you, right? Nor did your fathers. I'll repeat this. You are to make a decision that not one drop of your self-worth will depend on anyone's acceptance of you, no matter what. Your identity influences your physiology. If you identify with being a victim in all experiences, listen to this part, right? Even if the judge ruled you not to be the perpetrator, you still have a choice to choose power in that instance. So say, for instance, you're in a relationship and you find out that this man is mad. He was constantly projecting things onto you. And now, because of that, your anxiety is up the roof, your self-esteem is low, and all of these things. You don't have to stay in that space. You need to now do the work. Because what you're going to do is you're going to go to another relationship and be carrying this nonsense that happened to you previously. I'm not saying that you must ignore it, my friend. That's not what I'm saying. You have to acknowledge it. Don't run. Acknowledge it. Accept that this has happened. Yes, it's changed your frequency. Yes, you feel slightly insecure now and you're no longer as confident as you used to be. But you can rebuild on your design. And that just comes with the choices, the little choices that you make each day. Who do you place yourself around? What are you indulging in? What music are you listening to? What are you reading? How are you taking care of yourself? What are you eating? Are you bathing? Are you making time for self-care? What are we doing? Before you know it, you're going to say, wow, 6 months ago, I was crying in the dark room, shaking, doing the Harlem Shake like that, crying. Now I'm outside, walking like that. Just take your time. Be responsible. Be responsible. Don't be a victim. I told you already. Victimhood is your oppressor. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. The Harlem Shake, yes. Let me read that again. Thank you for that. Yes. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. So when you're dealing with the heights of anxiety and what happened yesterday and, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills today, tomorrow? Hello, what am I going to do? The greatest weapon, key word, weapon against stress is our ability to choose or replace those thoughts with another. And it's not going to be easy. It's not. It may be easy for some, actually. Let me not tarnish everybody with that one. It may be easy for some, but for the majority, it's going to be very hard, especially if you're used to thinking in a pessimistic way. It's going to be very challenging for you. So again, going back to relaxation methods, using meditation, using visualization. Another one that I actually didn't list, which is imperative, is affirmation. So let me actually go to let me read some affirmations for you here. This internet is really slow. How are you all feeling? We've been on here for a minute. Thank you to those that are still with me. Thank you. Okay. Let's just raise our frequency using our words. How we speak to ourselves is very important. How we speak to ourselves, not what someone said to us, not nothing. Not how good somebody slept with us and he laid the pipe down or she laid the coochie down. Forget that. How we speak to ourselves. A dang. Wow. It's taken forever. Okay. We managed to get in now. The internet's really slow here. Affirmations. I pay attention to all signs. This helps to fortify our discernment, strengthen our intuition. I pay attention to all signs. I pay attention to my thoughts. My thoughts allow me to see how I've been treating myself for a period of maybe 7 days, for the last 14 days, for the last 28 days, for the last 3 months. The accumulation or the repetitive thoughts show you where your vibration is at. So use your thoughts as a way to signal whether you need to up your self-care or whether you just need to acknowledge and continue doing the good works. Okay? So I pay attention to all signs. I pay attention to how this food makes me feel. Because if I feel good, then I know it's doing me good. If it's making me feel irritated and off balance, I need to stop fucking with this. It's that simple. Even if it's considered alkaline. Okay? I listen to my body. This is how we are strengthening our intuition. This is how we are giving birth to gods now. This is how we're birthing a serious nation, when we start to listen to ourselves. Listen, don't ask Batulu, what do you think? Should I leave this man? Is it yes, no, maybe, hello, give me something? No. You've been sucking that dick. You've been sleeping with that man. You know what's going on. You know how he makes you feel after he comes inside of you. You know how he makes you feel when he's in your presence, in your home. You know whether he's asking you to go Dutch and do 50-50. You know. Does it feel good to you? Does it feel good to you? Okay. I learn and accept my lessons. Brother G. Yes. I learn and accept my lessons. Remove the victimhood shit. He did that to me. She did that to me. And only honey me. Everybody's in me. Hello. Okay. So, did you die? You didn't die. Okay. We thank God you're still here. Can you improve on your design? Of course. Hallelujah. I learn and accept my lessons. I have faith in me. I don't have faith in anyone else, Joe. Yes, I'm with this man. We thank God for ecom. But hello, I have faith in me. I have faith in me. I have faith in me, most importantly. I am healthy. Even when you're not, you could be on a hospital bed right now. Keep saying it, my lovely. Words are very powerful. Words are very powerful. Even when you don't believe it, just keep going. Before you know it, your body will just be paying attention. You will feel yourself actually transforming. I am healthy. I have faith in me. I am courageous. I am soft and self-sufficient. I am soft. I rest in my femininity. If you're a man, I am masculine. I know my place. I lead. I am a leader. I am a leader. I'm a leader. Any woman that's in my life, her life improves. because I am a man. No woman around me is off balance. No woman around me is broke. No woman around me is starving. No woman around me is walking around with one half wig or the laces coming off. Everything is okay. She has her basics together, and I'm here to improve on her design. I add value to her life. I add value to anyone's life. Woman as well. I add value to any man's life that I'm around. I add value to any environment that I'm in. Me, I'm of value. Not because I have 1,000 followers or 1 million followers. Not because I am a chef in a Michelinian or wherever. I don't even have to pronounce it today. Those top restaurants. Not because I have a PhD. Okay. Not because I've got the #1 record in the United States or the UK or in the world or on Spotify. No. Not because I have big bum. No. Don't be a fool. Not because, hello, my skin is light. Yeah. No. Okay. Not because I'm a queen. Who told you that, first and foremost? Okay, let's leave that one. No. Because my value systems are in place. Because I have a relationship with myself. Because I respect myself. I know when to leave. I respect myself. I have a relationship with the Most High. I have a relationship with nature. I have a relationship with the universe. I respect myself. Thank you. Pure. Thank you, Sister Pure. Hallelujah. I am giving. You remember I'm using all these I ams. Hello. I am giving. So what you have to be very careful, because some people, when they're doing their best, I've seen some people pushing affirmations out there and they'll be like, I am not alone. You don't want, the universe has heard not. We are hearing not. We're hearing two things at once. It is or it isn't, innit? Okay? So not I am not. I don't want to hear that. I am so and so. There's no I am not, because you're trying to, no. You have to make sure that it's just strictly I am, so forth. Not I am not, then so forth. We don't focus on what we don't want to be when we're affirming. We focus on what we want to be. We focus on what we need. We don't focus on what we don't want. I'm free from all narcissistic individuals in the world. No, I now know who I am. I know who I am. I'm of love. I receive love. All my relationships are of love. I have a healthy man coming to me. I have a healthy woman coming to me. We can't be saying two things at the same time. Okay? I invest in myself because I love myself. What does self-investment look like? All the things I mentioned previously in the live. Taking care of yourself, not buying Gucci shoe and stunting on these hoes. That's not what we're talking about. No. How can you be, anyway, don't really need to go there. Invest in yourself, invest in your mind, invest in your physiology, exercise, breathing, eating good, sleeping with individuals that are balanced, doing things that increase your well-being, doing sharing, doing things of charity. Your charity doesn't reside in you going in your pocket and donating cash doila or physical items or tangible things. It could be offering words. It could be just showing up. You know, the person is not feeling well, going to bring them a bowl of soup. You know, it's just something. It doesn't have to be of, I'm building a school in Africa. But meanwhile, you live in the hood and the children still need, in the hood, they need some attention. What are you going to Africa for? Please, charity starts at home. All of this clout shit that you people be doing. I am very skilled at looking after me. Hello. I am very skilled at looking after me. So even though you're in a place where you're still coming into the knowing of how to take care of yourself and all of these things, keep speaking that over your life. Because before you know it, you will be extremely skilled in terms of looking after yourself. You will be that and more. And you'll be able to support others in looking after themselves. So keep working on your design. The reason why I'm able to share the things that I'm able to share online and create dope content that I create is because I invest in myself. I'm not out here promoting stuff that I'm not doing for myself. I'm not showing you all of this deliciousness for what? For likes and clout. Hello. That doesn't profit anyone. That doesn't profit anyone. I do what I do because I thoroughly enjoy working on myself in this way. I do it and I love to share. When something works for me, this is good, I share. When I'm reading and educating myself, I share. I don't hold back. And then a lot of the things that you hear me talking and sharing, I'll tell you this, I haven't read nothing. I ain't watched much. I barely read books. This is just